in those circumstances.
Do you look at National League? Do you look at provincial championships, which are kind of going down in their relevance at the moment? Like, and you know, there's a tendency maybe to pick the players that feature strongly and very well in the final. And you have your Sunday morning team, which is different to your Sunday night team.
Which is
it was hard. No,
it was hard, and lots of discussion. All right, then, Tony, you're going to start us off.
I'm going to start out just to put it in context. This is a collective thing. This is the Sunday game team of the year, and it was very difficult to pick. You know, so I'll start off in goal, and we had loads of choices there, but we went for Diarmuid Murphy in goal. Right. He had a superb year for Kerry. One of the main reasons why Kerry are in the final today, particularly against the penalty in Sligo there, that we saw there a while ago. Fantastic against Dublin, a double save against Meath, and the other thing that they've had, I'm sure they must have worked a lot on kick-outs and stuff like that, because kick-outs were excellent again, and he's good goalkeeper, good shots.
Full back line.
Full back line number 2, we went for Carl Lacey. Again, very good season for Carl Lacey. On a Donegal team that sometimes were under real pressure, Carl Lacey stood up all the time. He was very good against Paddy Cunningham, Michael Meehan, and Daniel Goulding for Cork as well. So certainly deserves his place there in cornerback. Now you could go for a couple of other players as well.
There was a lot of discussion on the full back line.
Did very well. Full back. Now there was huge discussion at full back line. You know, because we went for Michael Shields. You could have gone for Tommy Griffin. You know, you could have gone for quite a lot of other players as well as Justin McMahon, you know, but he had a very good year in a problem position for Cork, really, and I suppose what he did is he released Graham Canty out of the full back line to go centre back, did very well from his return from Australia as well. Number 4, and to stand out really, Thomas Sullivan. Again, freed from the shackles of number 3. There's not too many natural number 3s in the country, but his agility and speed in covering the ground, his ability in covering back, and you know, he just had a super year this year.
He agrees with everything you've said so far.
I'm sure he would.
And number 5.
Number 5 again, the super season for this player. Tom O'Shea there in wing back. The O'Sheas don't do bad in Croke Park. They don't do All Irelands badly. Terrific natural ability, natural talent. Scoring 2 points again today, but he did his defensive duties very well, and a fantastic springboard going forward for them.
Okay, well let's have a look at the first 5 then so far, and that took about an hour because and lots of good fellas got left out. Dara, will you pick it up then at centre back?
At centre back, definitely in Sunday morning, and as well really on Sunday night. Graham Canty was the inspirational half-back of the year. Tadhg Kennelly gave him a good dose of it now today, like, but you know, a lot of it mightn't have been his fault. I think the thing about Canty is the timing of his inputs into the game. He knows when you're a point down or 2 points down exactly when, and you know, that was well exemplified against Limerick, and he's the centre back of the year, I would say.
Okay, left half.
Left half, John Miskela, very prolific this year. Didn't see a whole lot of it today, but was featuring very strongly right throughout the year. Was the platform upon which Cork built their year really up until Sunday at 3:30.
Midfield was really difficult.
You know, I think a lot of the good midfield performances came very early in the year, and after that then there was a lot of scavenging around the middle, but the standout midfielder for me, you know, 8 and 9 this year was 8, Dermot Earley. I thought he was fantastic this year. I thought he gave, you know, good old-fashioned, old-style midfield play, driving on, catching kick-outs and hitting the ground running, and, you know, a very honest player as well. We come to number 9 now, and we're mentioning honesty there. Seamus Scanlon is probably the most honest player in the Kerry team. Doesn't get a whole lot of recognition, and will hate the limelight, I know. But you know, he would have been seen in the past as being a junior partner. I think he grew up an awful lot this year, and I think you know, he deserves every bit of credit he gets this year. I think he was outstanding. And at number 10. We went for Paul Galvin. I don't think there was much of a question about it really. He was when Kerry were going badly this year, he was the one guy lifting it.
That didn't take long.
No,
he's my player of the year.
You know, he was vilified last year, and he came back this year. You know, kept head down, play ball, got on with it, and played the game the way we all know he can.
All right, well done, Paul. Okay, that's 1 to 10. So far, and there was another hour gone. And Kevin, you take us through to 15.
This is when the real rows started to break out now for the last 5 positions. And I should say that the context also was that a lot of the Cork lads didn't have a good All-Ireland final, but they still had a tremendous season, and that has to be borne in mind. Yeah. Number 11, Des, we went for Pierce O'Neill. He's had a terrific year. Fantastic athlete, great lines of running, huge energy, and he really, when he was at his best, Cork were at his best, and that's why when he didn't match up today, that's a big part of the story. At 12, we went for Paddy Kelly. He's been around for a while, and I never, wondering when is he going to burst on the scene and do the business. This year he was so consistent, great pace, throws in a few scores, and he added lovely balance to the side of it, to the Cork side of the attack. Excellent year for him. In the corner, I went for one of my favourite players. We went for one of my favourite players, Stephen O'Neill, who after the context last year, Mickey took the gamble with them. I'd say he felt he had a lot to give to the team, and he certainly didn't disappoint. Okay, they didn't reach where the final as they would have wanted, but he was outstanding. Absolutely brilliant player, Des. Super. 14, I think, is the best footballer in Ireland over the last 4 or 5 years, Declan O'Sullivan. I just think he's incredible footballer. He can do anything. Again today, chipping away the whole time. Any position you put him into, because he just is a terrific footballer. He has all the skills, balance, passing, shooting. Terrific effort by him, and very well deserved. And the last position, we went for Michael Murphy from Donegal. He had a great qualifier series. He gave Michael Shields, who we selected at full-back, he gave him a torrid time in the quarter-final, and that can't be forgotten. But he was immense for Donegal, and he slots in at 15 very nicely for us.
One name comes to me, and obviously he would have been discussed, Sean Kavanagh.
Yes, but of course I think he was ill for the quarter-final. I think it was an illness he had, and was it the semi-final? He had the illness, and he could only make a cameo. And actually, in that few minutes, he struck a post, if I recall. Just didn't get the run of it. We did say that quarterfinals, semi-finals, and finals, that's where the real business.
Super game against
He was terrific against Antrim.
Well, there is our team for everybody at home, and what is it? 6 Kerry men, 5 from Cork, 2 Donegal, and
Kildare. You mentioned Kildare.
1 for Kildare as well. And 1 for Tyrone. That's it, okay. Let's get some reaction to that team. I'm sure everyone will have an opinion on it.